A secret lab, a deadly virus that turns the dead into monsters, a supercomputer that locks everyone inside to die, and a mysterious woman with no memory who is about to become the only hope. Back in the early 2000s, there was one company that seemed to own everything: Umbrella Corporation. 9 out of 10 homes had something made by them. Everyone trusted them. But behind closed doors, they were building deadly weapons for armies. A guy in a protective suit picks up 2 bottles, one blue, one green. He puts most of them in a locked suitcase but throws a blue bottle on the floor and it breaks. The virus spreads through the air vents. Meanwhile, another guy bumps into a man drinking coffee who then gets on an elevator with some other people. Down in the lab, alarms go off. Everyone thinks it's just a practice drill, but then water starts flooding in. They beg the cameras controlled by a supercomputer called the Red Queen to stop it. The doors lock. Gas fills the rooms. Everyone passes out. Meanwhile, the elevator stops and drops. It stops at level 3. A woman tries to get off, but the elevator falls again. Her friends try to pull her back, but the elevator cuts her head off. Somewhere else, a woman named Alice wakes up in a shower. She can't remember anything. She finds a gun in her drawer and gets scared. She walks into a hall and sees a photo of herself with a man. She hears something outside and goes to look. Someone pulls her inside. SWAT officers crash through the windows. Their leader, James, grabs her. Another officer, Rain, catches a man named Matt, who says he's a cop. They go downstairs to a train under a big house. James tells Alice they are a team sent to shut down the Red Queen. The Hive is a secret lab underground where scientists worked. 5 hours ago, a virus got loose and killed everyone. James reveals Alice used to be a security guard there. They find the train isn't working. Rain fixes it. They get on. A man falls out of a hiding spot. It's the man from Alice's photo. He also has no memory. They arrive at the Hive and break through a steel door. They walk down a hall with a glass wall. On the other side is the flooded lab. A dead woman floating by suddenly opens her eyes and hits the glass. They find a big room. Alice looks through a door window but doesn't see anything. She, James, Kaplan, Dana, and another guy go in. The door closes behind them. A laser appears and moves toward them. Dana loses her head. Another guy gets cut in half. The next laser turns into a grid and James gets diced. Only Alice and Kaplan survive. They go in through the door and turn on the system. A hologram of the Red Queen appears as a little girl and says they're all going to die. Rain finds a woman who looks helpless, but the woman suddenly attacks and bites Rain's hand. JD shoots her, but she doesn't die. Rain shoots her with a machine gun. The body finally drops. Then they hear metal dragging on the ground. A zombie with an axe comes at them, followed by lots more bloody zombies. Everyone starts shooting. Matt tries to free his handcuffs. They split up. JD and Kaplan try to open a door. They finally get it open, but zombies rush through. JD gets caught. Rain gets bitten again. They run back to the Red Queen's room. JD doesn't make it. Alice walks into a room with empty cages. Something breaks out of them. She hears a noise. A zombie dog chases her. She fights a zombie scientist and does kung fu moves she didn't know she had. She remembers she was trained in martial arts. More zombie dogs come, she shoots them. One jumps at her from a cabinet. She kicks it in the face. Matt finds a desk with Dr. Lisa's name on it. A zombie scares him. Matt sees Lisa. She tries to bite him, but Alice stabs Lisa in the neck. Alice has a flashback. She and Lisa were planning to steal the virus and tell the world about Umbrella. Matt says Lisa was his sister. He says one of the workers betrayed her. Everyone hides in the control room. Zombies keep coming. They go back to the Red Queen, who explains the virus was made to help people live longer, but it went wrong. Everyone who got trapped died and came back as zombies. If you get bitten or scratched, you turn into one too. Rain has already been bitten. The Red Queen agrees to help them escape through the sewers. Zombies attack from both sides. Kaplan gets bitten on the leg. A zombie JD shows up. Rain says his name and he bites her neck. She breaks free and shoots him. They get to the other side. Kaplan falls but gets up. He tells them to leave and puts a gun to his mouth. Alice hears a gunshot, but it turns out Kaplan shot a zombie and is still alive. Alice, Rain, Matt, and Spencer walk through more halls. Alice has a vision of the lab. She remembers seeing a green liquid, a vaccine. They find the lab flooded. The vaccine is gone. Then Spencer remembers what he did. He heard Alice and Lisa planning to expose Umbrella, so he broke the virus on purpose, infected everyone, and ran away. He hid on the train. Alice figures it out. She goes for a gun, but Spencer gets it first. He points it at Matt, but a zombie bites Spencer from behind. He shoots the zombie and runs out. The Red Queen appears on a screen and says, "I've been a bad girl." Spencer finds where he hid the vaccine. He's about to use it when he hears something. A giant licker drops down. Spencer panics and the monster kills him. Back in the lab, the Red Queen says Alice has to kill Rain to get the door open. Rain agrees. Alice takes an axe. She swings, but hits the computer screen instead. The licker smashes against the glass. Kaplan, who everyone thought was dead, shows up. They're happy, but the licker comes back. They run to the train. Alice finds the vaccine. A zombie Spencer wakes up. Alice kills him with the axe, leaves her wedding ring, and gets on the train. On the train, they give Rain the vaccine. Rain says Alice knows what to do, then her head drops. Alice is about to shoot her, but Rain wakes up and says she's not dead yet. Claws scratch through the metal. Matt gets scratched on the arm. The licker pulls Kaplan out of the driver's seat. It bursts into the train. Alice shoots it. It grabs her leg with its tongue. She stabs it. Matt tries to knock it out, but Rain turns into a zombie and attacks. Matt shoots her in the head. Her body hits a button, the floor opens, and the licker falls out and gets crushed under the train. Alice closes the door, cutting off its tongue. Matt and Alice escape just before the doors close. Matt says they'll tell the world about Umbrella. Then he falls down, his arm hurting. Scientists in protective suits rush in. They grab Matt and say he's going into something called the Nemesis program. They take Alice too and say they're checking her for the virus. Alice wakes up in a white room with tubes in her head and arms. She rips them out. She jams a needle into the door lock and gets out. She's in a hospital. The whole city is empty and destroyed. A newspaper says the dead walk. The virus has spread everywhere. Alice grabs a shotgun from a police car. She stands alone in the middle of a street in the ruined city.
Thanks for watching. To catch all the latest from us, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified as soon as a new video drops. We'll see you in the next one.